Hey, this is James. It's Saturday. I am in the parking lot of Gateway Church. It's about 3:34, so the service starts at 4. I drank one of these things, so I desperately need to go inside and use the little boys' room. But we're going to find out today if Gateway actually has made changes and go from there. Okay, so um, let me show you a quick picture of what the church looked like inside. It was about 3/4 of the way full. They started off with, after the worship was over, after the worship songs were over, they started off with Volunteer Appreciation Weekend. And then they had a bunch of ads for Gateway Student Conference. And apparently Jensen Franklin made some kind of prophecy 2023 about 10,000 students coming to their conference. Joachim Lundquist preached, and he said, and I really like the choice that they made for interim senior pastor. He started off by saying to them, it's okay to not be okay. Remember, the people in the pews, they didn't do anything. It was Robert Morris that lied to them. It was Robert Morris that was deceptive as far as what happened and all that. So, Joe and Mary Christian coming into church, that's why I keep saying we need to pray for Gateway Church. So, he talked about Exodus 3:15. He said, the God of the universe actually calls himself the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's actually a good point. And what Joachim focused on was that he is the God of generations. In other words, you can't be a church that focuses solely on the young people, and you can't be a church that focuses solely on everybody over the age of 40. It is the duty of us older folks, I'm 51, to pass the faith on to the next generation. And I agreed with everything he said. Of course, his 3 points were pray for the next generation. Talk about how Pharaoh wanted to wipe out the Jewish babies and how young people today, there's a high suicide rate. And then he shared, and they have to understand, I love John Wesley. I am a big John Wesley fan. If you don't understand John Wesley's theology, I would highly encourage you to read the book Responsible Grace by Randy Maddox. It's an excellent book. So he says, pray for the next generation. Then he tells the story of William Wilberforce and how William Wilberforce went into politics and pushed for the end of slavery. And his spiritual father was John Wesley. And I just thought that was really cool that he actually put Wesley's picture up in the sanctuary at one point. If I go home and they have the sermon already posted, I'm going to put a picture of that right here because that was just super cool. I wish he would have been more encouraging, but to encourage the people there at Gateway to read about Wesley's theology, because Wesley taught that God's grace is available to everyone. I think that message is important. I think that message needs to be proclaimed loudly here in the 21st century. And then he said, whatever your title is, add spiritual parent to whatever you're called to do. And he talked about Moses and Joshua in Exodus 33, Eli and Samuel in 1 Samuel 3, my notes, Samuel and David in 1 Samuel 16, and Elizabeth and Mary in Luke chapter 1. And so I'm telling you, this guy, Pastor Joachim Lundquist, is the exact person they need to help turn the tide and point Gateway in the right direction. Whether you agree or disagree with the Pentecostal movement or not, the point is that I think they're trying to be a healthy church. I think they're trying to do the right things. I think they're trying to focus on Jesus instead of focusing on the pastor. There were a lot of people that were kind of they kind of made an idol out of Robert Morris, but I think the church is moving away from that mentality, and the focus is on Jesus, and is really good. There's a lot of good things that I saw. I've been a kind of a slacker. I haven't written a formal letter yet. I need to next week and send it and say, hey, look, I would be more than willing to do boundaries training for you guys. I'm sorry, I was playing with the mic. There's a part of me that says, Henry Cloud wrote a really good book on boundaries, and actually on my way back home, I'm going to be listening to the audio version of that. Maybe if they could get Henry Cloud to come in and do a seminar on boundaries and have all the staff from all the campuses come in, and then let the doors open and let people at Gateway Church come if they want to. They don't have to. Make the staff do it, but if the other people want to come and hear Henry Cloud speak, they could. That would be very beneficial to the entire church. I think that would be awesome. So we'll see what happens. Of course, I also think Joyce Meyer should speak at Gateway and share her story about her experience being raised in an abusive home and what that's like, and why we should work to make sure that never happens to anybody else ever again. I think that would be beneficial too. So we'll see what happens. Keep praying for Gateway. Keep praying for the church and the leadership there. I'm seeing some good things. So if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't mind the mess. My car's... I really need to clean this thing. I've been on a couple road trips, and then I keep saying, oh, I need to clean it. And it's like, then I end up going on another road trip. And then, so anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.